Our story begins in the land of Egypt, a land where the Israelites have lived for centuries, where a nation groans under the weight of slavery. The Israelites, once honored guests, have become enslaved by a new Pharaoh who fears their growing numbers. Oppressed and beaten down, they cry out to God for deliverance. In the heart of Egypt, Pharaoh decrees a terrible edict. Every newborn Hebrew boy must be thrown into the Nile.
Every newborn Hebrew boy must be thrown into the Nile. Let all female child live, but kill all male born to the Hebrew woman.
But one brave mother hides her baby boy, placing him in a basket and setting him adrift on the Nile. The basket floats down the river, guided by divine hands, until it is discovered by Pharaoh's daughter. She names the child Moses and raises him as her own, unaware that this child will one day challenge the very throne of Egypt. As Moses grows, he becomes aware of his true heritage. One day, he sees an Egyptian beating a Hebrew slave. In a moment of anger, Moses strikes the Egyptian, killing him. Fearing for his life, Moses flees to the wilderness of Midian. In Midian, Moses finds refuge, marries Zipporah, and becomes a shepherd. But his life is about to change forever. One day, as Moses tends his flock, he sees a strange sight, a bush that burns but is not consumed. As he draws closer, a voice calls out to him from the flames.
Moses, Moses,
Here I am.
do not come any closer. Take off your sandals, for the place where you are standing is holy ground. I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Trembling, Moses covers his face, afraid to look as God speaks.
I have indeed seen the misery of my people in Egypt. I have heard them crying out because of their slave drivers, and I am concerned about their suffering. So I have come down to rescue them from the hand of the Egyptians, and to bring them up out of that land into a good and spacious land, a land flowing with milk and honey. So now, go, I am sending you to Pharaoh to bring my people, the Israelites, out of Egypt.
But Moses is hesitant.
Who am I that I should go to Pharaoh and bring the Israelites out of Egypt?
I will be with you, and this will be the sign to you that it is I who have sent you when you have brought the people out of Egypt. You will worship God on this mountain.
With his brother Aaron by his side, Moses returns to Egypt. Standing before the mighty Pharaoh, he delivers God's command.
This is what the Lord, the God of Israel, says. Let my people go, so that they may hold a festival to me in the wilderness.
The Pharaoh is angry and astonished at Moses' courage and mocks him by saying,
Who is the Lord, that I should obey him and let Israel go? I do not know the Lord, and I will not let Israel go.
Pharaoh's heart is hardened, and he refuses to release the Israelites. So God sends a series of plagues upon Egypt, waters turning to blood, swarms of frogs, gnats and flies, the death of livestock, painful boils, hail, locusts, darkness, and finally, the most devastating plague of all. The angel of death passes through Egypt, striking down every firstborn son, including Pharaoh's own. But the Israelites are spared, their doorways marked with the blood of a lamb, a sign of their faith in God's promise. Pharaoh, stricken with grief, finally relents and is desperate to see the Israelites gone.
Go, leave my people, you and the Israelites. Go worship the Lord as you have requested. Take your flocks and herds and go.
At last, the Israelites are free. They leave Egypt with joy in their hearts, guided by God in a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. But their journey is far from over. Pharaoh, in a change of heart, sends his army to pursue them. The Israelites find themselves trapped between the sea and the approaching Egyptian chariots. In this moment of despair, Moses raises his staff over the waters, and the Lord parts the Red Sea. The waters rise up like walls on either side, and the Israelites cross on dry ground. When the Egyptians follow, the Lord closes the sea over them, and the mighty army of Pharaoh is swept away. After their miraculous escape, the Israelites journey to Mount Sinai, where Moses ascends the mountain to meet with God.
Moses, I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of Egypt, out of the land of slavery. You shall have no other gods before me.
On Mount Sinai, God gives Moses the 10 Commandments, the divine laws that will guide the Israelites in their covenant relationship with God. And so, with the 10 Commandments, the Israelites receive God's law, marking the beginning of their journey as a nation under His guidance and protection. The story of Exodus is a powerful testament to God's deliverance, the faith of Moses, and the resilience of the Israelites. It is a story of hope, freedom, and the enduring promise of God's presence with His people. As we reflect on this journey, we are reminded that no matter the trials we face, with faith and trust in God, we can overcome even the greatest of obstacles. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring stories from the Bible.